Okay, we're going to talk about another indicator formula that is very popularly used, and it's called a 90-degree rig. A lot of times it's taught in guide schools. It's extremely effective. The one downfall to this rig is the amount of adjustment that you're able to apply to the rig. So that can be slightly off. Okay, so here's the play on this rig. I come down off of my fly line, floating line, about 18 inches of butt section. I tie in a tippet ring with a clinch knot. That clinch knot, I go to about 3 feet of 2x. Okay, that's going to come into another tippet ring, and that's the area where I like to include my bobber area. All right, so that's where I have my bobber. Next is very important. This is what makes it the 90-degree rig. So you have your tippet ring with a clinch knot onto the butt section and the short section of fly line that or tippet that you'll be using for your leader and bobber. And then what you want to do is have a small frictionless knot that's tied into that tippet ring with the rest of your leader material. That's a loop knot. Okay, so you want to tie a loop knot into that tippet ring, and that's going to give you the ability to change the degree of the fly line there to 90 degrees. So because the fly line comes off and there's a loop in place here, your line will just want to fall directly to 90 degrees. There's no friction, there's no bend in the line, etc., etc. That's going to give you that 90-degree bend. Now, some people will replace this tippet ring with just a loop connection. So tying one loop in one end and then another loop on the other end. Now, they don't tie a loop-to-loop connection like you would your fly line, where you feed it into each other like a rubber band and flip it through. Instead, they tie the loop into each other independently so that they flow very, very smoothly. That's the critical aspect. After that, it's just like any other leader formula that you would use for nymphing, and as you have your standard tippet length that you want to use depending on your size. Again, I don't like to drop any more than 3 sizes in my tippet. Otherwise, you get a clinch knot that won't grab right and often will break very highly as a weak point in that scenario. And then you tie in your two flies, or 3 if you have 3 in your area, and you could utilize those. The key is that frictionless point up high. I like to use a tippet ring because it makes it very easy for me to tie into multiple times, and it works really well. And it gives me an area of adjustment that's pretty easy to manage as well between those tippet rings. So if you like the 90-degree rig and you want to give it a try, go ahead, go for it. Just keep in mind that your adjustment sometimes can't be as much as you typically would, and you have to have your adjustment very good on this, the length of this leader formula in order to be in success. Otherwise, you're just off the fish. So good luck out there. If you like the video, like us, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.